you're not tired, you're distracted, and it's slowly costing you your life. Most people think they don't have time, but that's not the truth. We tend to scroll, watch TikToks for hours, we watch YouTube, we do all these things and we say that we don't have time for things. And on the other side, there's other people that are doing things more faster than you, better than you, and they have the same 24 hours. One person who's achieved tremendous thing in their life have done that within the 24 hours that they were given. And we also have 24 hours. This is something that we can't change. So if time can't change, surely we can achieve more within the time that we do have. Now, if you were to look at yourself and see what you do on a day to day, do you find yourself just being bored and not doing anything? Or do you find that your attention always goes to something and it's all constantly needing something to be distracted? And this is how we as humans have evolved. And we are this phone that we've got, this device here that we've got, it just never goes away from us. This device takes our time. This device makes money for us. This device leads us to different paths. This device is so powerful. They've created something that's controlling our life. It's so deep within us. And I also feel like this is where AI is slowly heading. Like, this device is how close we will be to AI. We will start talking to AI that like it's our best friend. And it's kind of scary when you think about it, because all this information is being kept somewhere and being stored, and the more they have more and more information about us as humans as ever to be able to control us. The scariest part about this all is the fact that this phone just feels normal. It doesn't feel like anything bad. It doesn't feel like that. It feels like just a normal thing. What this is actually doing is we're losing focus in what actually matters. We're forgetting of who we want to become as a person, and instead we're wasting our life on these devices, which we shouldn't be like that. Life shouldn't be like that. Life shouldn't evolve around this telephone. Like, we should actually go and wanting to build ourselves and wanting to better ourselves every single day. Your brain is actually wired to do the things that it's most comfortable with, not what actually moves us forward. Let me just explain this. So we have quick dopamine, and this quick dopamine wants us to do things quickly. So as soon as our brain thinks about it, it wants to go and execute that thing. Now, that's not actually always the best thing, and it's not always moving you forward. Quick dopamine, like scrolling, all these things are quick dopamine. They give us quick dopamine hits, where to the point where this is stimulating our brain so much that we can do this so many times. We can scroll for hours and not get bored of it. It was different like back in the days when we had, in my time at least, where we was watching TV. That was dopamine too, but it wasn't as quick as how we scroll. Like, we scroll like past like 5-10 videos in like a minute, and we don't even know what happened the first time. So like, it's a difference between then watching TV and then watching a whole episode where you kind of know what's going on. And that was less stimulating. Now they've fried our brain. They've completely fried our brain to the point where we can't do things that are now going to take longer, or things that aren't as rewarding as our brain wants to feel. So you have low effort but then high reward, and that's exactly what scrolling is low effort, but then is stimulating your brain excessively at a fast rate. So then your brain starts thinking that working is actually hard effort. It's long. It's a chore. You don't really want to go and do the effort. You don't want to go to the gym. You don't want to go out. You don't want to do anything, right? And this is the problem, because you then start to think that doing the hard work, the work that actually moves you forward, ends up not moving you forward, because you can't go and execute that specific task because your brain's too fried. You can't do anything. So naturally, we tend to move towards comfort. Every time you choose comfort, you're training your mind to stay exactly the same. Your brain doesn't move forward. You don't move forward as a person. You just stay exactly where you are. And that's where your brain is more comfortable at. We, as humans, our brains haven't been developed in a way where we want to do the hard things. We always go into guard mode. Our brain always does this. It keeps us safe, and it's the way to keep us safe. And back in the days, this might have been useful, where if we were getting chased by a lion or a bear in the jungle, that would keep us safe. Our brain would do anything to keep us safe. But now this is an obstacle that we need to go around in order for us to actually achieve success. And the way to fix this is by consistently working on your goals even when you don't feel like it. This is essentially the key to all success. And I'm pretty sure that a lot of rich people will tell you the same thing. You're not behind because you're incapable. The reason why you're behind is because you can't stay focused. You simply are too stimulated to then carry on the work that you need to do every single day. And you need to slowly shift your brain to start doing the hard things, start doing the things that your brain doesn't feel like doing, because you know exactly what you need to do. You know it, but why don't you execute on that? It's just because you've fried your brain and you can't just make that switch in one day. You need to consistently go at it to the point where your brain starts to rewire itself to then start executing these things daily, where doing the hard work is actually fun, more fun than just stimulating your brain. And you can achieve this. I've achieved this. I've managed to rewire my whole brain to be able to do the hard work and focus on it consistently. So the key to start shifting your mindset isn't that the problem is motivation, it's focus and attention. Where is your attention going? What things are you focused on? What are you giving your attention to? Because attention is energy too. So whatever essentially you're giving your attention to is also what you're giving your energy to. So this energy that you've got, you can do a lot of things with it. You don't need to waste it. You don't need to waste this energy on anything. You can do the things that you want to do in life, but put that effort, that attention towards that every single day. Don't let distractions get in the way of your future, because you don't want to live with regret. You don't want to get to a stage in your life where you think, oh, I could have been that. And most of the time you end up envying anyways the things that you wanted to do in your life but haven't been able to achieve it. And success seems to be like kind of like a thing where people think that it's luck, like it's a lottery ticket, but it's not. Success is what you do every single day and consistently focus on it. And the reason why you can't achieve success is because all the people that have achieved success have done what you don't want to do. It's time you need to step up your game. It's time that you focus on yourself and truly become the best version of yourself. One powerful practice that I've learned: sit in a quiet room for about 30 to 60 minutes with nothing to do, no screen, no phone, no anything. Let your brain run the thoughts that it's thinking about, and you start to feel uncomfortable. Being this uncomfortable is a good thing, because what your brain is doing is then stabilizing itself, so then you can start doing the boring work that you weren't able to do. So this is a good practice, because if you practice this enough, your brain will automatically start going back to normal and being able to do the bored work that you don't want to do currently, because your brain is so fried. From the moment we wake up to the moment we sleep, we're always stimulated the whole time. Whereas if you just take an hour out of your day and just sit down, do nothing, your brain learns to be comfortable in that position, and then you can start working on your goals and do the things that you want to do. So the solution to this is to start focusing on doing the hard things, to be aware, first of all, be aware of what things you're stimulating, where you're giving your energy. It's really powerful to go by your day and know, what is this energy going towards? It's so important. Like when I'm having conversations and I'm thinking this conversation is not moving me forward, I'll interfere with the conversation and say, like, look, I don't really want to talk about this specific thing because I'm giving this my attention and energy towards. So it's not a rude thing. It's something that you have to keep practicing, and then you slowly start becoming good at just realizing where your energy is going. So as soon as you start being in control of your life, you start to know where your attention is going towards, you start to control your life. And that's why like structure matters so much, because in your day-to-day you need to have structure to be able to execute on that every single day, because what this does is it protects your focus, and you can then continuously focus on this thing with no motivation, no, it's just systems. It's just building that specific system, and you can then get towards where you want to go. If you want to join the system that I've built to be able to help my life, to be able to build my future, make sure you join our Discord. I'll put a link in the bio below where you can join the community and start growing. The people that move forward in life aren't the people that are more motivated or more skilled than you. It's the people that are able to stay focused. So if you feel stuck in life, look at where your attention is going, because that's most likely where you can start building your life. Is by looking at where your attention is going, your energy is going, and then amending that and making that energy go towards where you see yourself. One powerful thing that I always ask myself, and I repeat this in every single video, one thing I always say to myself is, what would the best version of me do today? And when I look at that person, when I look at all the goals that I have set for myself, I look at what can I do today that helps me works towards these goals that I want to achieve. And I know that once I do that consistently, that's where success is. The bridge between failure and success is consistency. If you stay focused on that and focusing on your goals every single day, and you look at the end of the day and you know that you've completed all your tasks and done the thing that you needed to do, then it's all a matter of time. And when that time comes, you'll look back and, you know, every single day that you're building this momentum, building this structure in your life, is when your life actually starts to change and you start building yourself and you start seeing the success that you've always wanted to have in your life. So the key message here is, look where your attention is going, because that's most likely what's shaping your future.